Welcome to another episode of Real Estate, Money, and Marriage. I am Darin, and this is Katherine.
Hello.
Katherine, on a scale of 1 to 10, how high would you rate yourself on being able to price out a home for sale or the value of a home?
Like a 9.
Okay. What if I dropped you into another city, another market? Then how do you think you'd be able to do?
If you were to put me in another city,
Another
like a random city,
and go, okay, figure out the price of homes here.
Figure out. So it depends on what information you give me, but I'd say probably like a 6.
Okay. What if I gave you 3 different homes at varying prices, then showed you a random home?
Then I would say maybe a 7.
Okay. Check this out from the rising Krystal Ball and what's Sagar's last name? Not sure if Sagar's last name, but check this out. This is something that happened in New York City, the mayor race. Someone asked them some questions about real estate and prices. I'll let Krystal take it from here.
Well, as part of their endorsement process, the New York Times editorial board asked candidates running for mayor a relatively simple question. What is the median price of a home in the borough of Brooklyn? Well, what's your guess, dear viewer, knowing as you likely do that Brooklyn has some of the highest living costs in the entire country, rivaling...
Okay. What is the median price of a home in Brooklyn? What would be your guess? I'll tell you, I'll be honest, I guessed, and I was off, but by a very small amount. I'll tell you exactly what my guess was after you.
Okay, you want my number first?
Yeah.
Okay, so full disclosure, I've never been to Brooklyn, never even been to New York, but I think it's like a suburb of a really, really expensive area, so I'm going to say it's expensive, and I'm going to guess $950.
$950. All right, let's see what they say, and then I will tell you what my answer was.
Places like San Francisco and their neighbors Manhattan. Whatever you guessed, chances are you got way closer than some high-profile candidates. So here we go. Wall Street's pick for mayor, Ray McGuire, he's a former Citigroup executive, predictably had no clue how outrageously expensive housing had gotten for the peasant commoners. When Mara Gay asked him what the median housing price in Brooklyn was, he replied, "It's got to be somewhere in the $80,000 to $90,000 range, if not higher."
$80,000 to $90,000.
$80,000 to $90,000.
If not higher. What was the price of your first home that you ever bought, a condo in Mukilteo?
$139,000.
So a condo in Mukilteo is more expensive than a home, a medium-priced home. And
this was 12 years ago.
12 years ago. And this video is a week old, maybe 2 weeks now. May 12th is when this came out. Okay, $80,000 to $90,000. The cheapest home I ever bought was 2003, I think.
$2,003?
No. That's the year.
Okay.
2003. I paid $60,500 for a home.
Wow. Was that in Brooklyn?
Not in Brooklyn. Wisconsin Dells had to start over, but close. If I could have bought a home in Brooklyn at that time for $80,000, $90,000, I would. So let's see what else they came up with.
The correct answer, of course, $900,000.
$900,000. So what did you say?
I was really close. I said $950.
I said $850. I was on the low end. You went high.
Yeah.
Maybe with our
and I guess I should say, I meant $950,000.
Not
$950.
Yeah. You would have been closer to his guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they went on and talk about some other people that they asked. So it's not just one person that was wildly wrong. It was like all of the mayor candidates.
Even more embarrassing, however, was the answer from Sean Donovan, who was Obama's Housing and Urban Development Secretary and Bloomberg's Housing Commissioner. Here is that exchange. Mara Gay, do you happen to know what the median sales price for a home is in Brooklyn right now? Donovan, in Brooklyn? I don't know for sure. I would guess it is around $100,000. Gay, it's $900,000. Donovan, Median home, including apartments? Gay. All of it. Yeah. Apparently, Donovan was embarrassed enough by his answer to email after the fact clarifying that he was referring to the assessed value of Brooklyn homes, not what you could actually purchase one for. Okay, dude, sure. Just think about this for a second. Donovan is supposed to be one of the nation's top experts on housing in general and affordable housing in particular, knowledgeable enough to be put at the top of our national bureaucracy to deal with exactly those issues. And he is totally and utterly clueless. As Monica Klein asks on Twitter, how can you fix the city's housing crisis if you are this oblivious? Sadly, however, these two guys are emblematic of a much larger problem, one of the most significant in my mind within our political class. If they seem clueless, oblivious, and out of touch, it's because they are clueless, oblivious, and out of touch.
What are you going to share?
So for the listeners, HUD, Housing of Urban Development, that's HUD. Like, they're running the real estate show for the country.
So this guy should know.
In defense of him, though, wasn't Ben Carson Trump's guy for the head of HUD?
I think so, yeah.
And he was a brain surgeon or something. So
Right.
maybe just because the person's in that job shouldn't mean, I take that back. They should know. I'm just giving you the context of it. Just because someone's in that role doesn't mean they have experience.
We can't assume they were a realtor for decades.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe you're a brain surgeon.
Yeah. But you should know a little bit.
Okay. So no matter who they asked, completely out of touch. Like, I can't even imagine when the last time a home in Brooklyn was $100,000.
Well, it's shocking, and it makes me wonder what kind of homes they live in. And do they even know what their house is worth?
I mean, it makes me feel like they're so elite. They think, like, they're probably living in a $5 million home.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fascinating to me that they would think that, oh, median is only $1 million. That can't be right. I'm so elite. It has to be 100,000.
I guess. I don't know what they're thinking.
So I wanted to play this for you to just get your gauge on how well you can price homes, but then also kind of point out, I think there's a lot of people that are wildly out of touch with home values, not understanding the real estate market. Like when we hear, oh, my uncle's sister's cousin's neighbor who was the CEO of a mortgage company or whatever, like just because you're a title or has some sort of experience does not mean you are qualified to understand the market, even if you're running for mayor in that market.
Right. Makes me wonder about the mayors around here.
Yeah, how out of
Do
touch
they know?
are
Yeah.
they?
I think you should be a little bit more in touch with your community.
And I think real estate is one of the biggest things. Like it kind of just trickles down from there. If you don't understand someone's housing situation, it's hard to understand their entire living situation.
Totally agree.
So any takeaways or last thoughts on this one?
Oh, just shocking. I want to watch this again. I want to understand more. I want to understand how they could possibly be this wrong. I mean, they are 90% off.
Way
And
off.
I'm thinking I could be within 10 or 20.
I feel like these people are running the Zillow algorithm for Zestimates.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Real Estate, Money, and Marriage podcast with Katherine and Darin. And when you're ready, here's 4 things that you can do right now. Number 1, make sure you're subscribed to this show, whether you're watching or listening. If you're watching, you can also click the like button, click the thumbs up button. Number 2, if you're a first-time homebuyer, get a free guide, 7 Costly Mistakes Homebuyers Make. Visit costlymistakeshomebuyersmake.com. Number 3, if you're selling your home, get access to our Get Sell Ready guide and checklist. It'll show you how to get your home ready without spending a fortune or wasting your nights and weekends updating and remodeling your home. Visit GetSellReady.com. And number 4, start a smart moves conversation with us. Get clarity about what to do next, get your questions answered, your concerns taken care of, and an action plan customized to your timeline. You can schedule a call with us at smartmovescall.com or start a chat with us. Visit m.me/Persinger Group.